And we are live. Perfect. Repilot. So today we're going to do something a little differently. I should have. I know it's everyone on that bit. There's my mouse up. Okay, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. And then I'm sure. Yeah, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to. Oh shit. Damn. We did not do that very well. We messed that up. Damn, this is gonna be that's gonna be a bit of a weird flight then. Status departure. No. There we go. Flight conditions live. Flight. Speedbird 9020. Okay. Let's connect this. Oh, great. Perfect! We already got our squawk code. Okay. So today we're going to do something a little bit differently. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Actually, add new window capture. Repilot. Okay. Actually, we're gonna move this around. There we go. And let me just make sure that the stream is up. Twitch. 9MSFS. Alright, there we go. There we go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So, today we are going to be flying VATSIM out of KBWI. We're going to be flying VATSIM out of KBWI. We're actually going to be flying to Atlanta today. Let me just make sure that the weather is actually accurate. Live. This is not. Again, this maybe seems like much more accurate representation of the weather. Repilot, maybe just make sure everything is okay. You actually have a new booklet today for the startup procedure. Although to be honest, I can start the plane without it. We're gonna use this new startup procedure. That I made for the results today. 7710 Dreamliner. factory to on. Forward external power. Turn on the IRS. Start the APU. Sorry. Emergency lights to armed. And then let's guard them. FMC time. Actually, that I'm gonna compare this checklist. Okay. I do not actually. I'm not gonna continue to use this checklist. Checklist. Right. We're not gonna use it. Okay. By the way, once again, use that. Anyway, init ref. Actually, index. What's it? Oh, we are at. Let's get that. We are at Kilo Bravo, Romeo. Oh, I'm sorry. Kilo Bravo, India. It's been a long day. Kilo Bravo, Whiskey, India. KBWI. That doesn't match. Okay. Route. Request a route from SimBrief. Now I will note that, and I actually think about a few things. Just go ahead and load that. Just think this out on my way. God. There's. We got a bunch of frequencies on. Runway. We are definitely taking out 28. By runway 28. Fuel. We're gonna get some fuel. Let's get some more fuel. Actually, what does this say that we want our fuel as? Zero fuel weight. Does this tell us? Should. Been trying that just not a good number. Anyway, we're gonna live with it. Reserves 1. Okay. Cost index 100. 180. What our cost with where it shows. We worried about everything else. Let's execute all that. Departures. Let's get a Navigraph here. Actually, I don't know if I have Navigraph up yet. I should reset it into Navigraph. That'll make it Navigraph up. This is not our flight today. Our flight today is this flight. Toward S flight. Just one weird ass flight. Thinking to Boston would have been more fun. But actually, this gonna be a bit of a longer flight, so it'll be fine. Fix it for FLASK transition. Actually, you can throw this on. By the way, I also have this up on my laptop, so I'm not gonna be switching from it anymore. I'm not gonna be switching from it anymore. Just make sure everything's up. Okay. Fix it for via FLASK transition. And then in terms of arrival, we are arriving 26 right. Actually, we're gonna ask for one of the 27s. And we are going to be going after, we ought to be going after, let's see, the Aussie one. Okay, Aussie one via Zella transition. Sorry, via DGESS. And approaches ILS 26 right. Via Zello. Transition, execute all of that. Okay. Now we need to go. Okay, let's take a look here now. Let's go ahead and go back to Navigraph flaps. Now let's open up some brief. Let's open up some brief now. Performance and tools. These. Okay. 5 tiers of flaps. This will, since other stuff is going to automatically calculate. 149. KBWI 149. 153. We'll just confirm that, and then 155. Very happy that they're all. Then it's starting to. Okay. And then can we throw in wind? Let's see if we have. Index. No, that. No, I'll be fine. Take off. FMC pre-flight complete. Then we come over here, hit performance. No, listen, this bird's not actually on our procedure here. Let's copy FMC data. Wind. Wind is 260 over 9. Wind 260 /9. And then the condition is wet. Here it is very wet. Actually, here in Maryland it is very biking it earlier today, and it was absolute disastrous. Flaps 5. Wait, just reject. 10,500 foot runway. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. No, that's set. We can actually go ahead and set up the flight director now. Actually, there is something I need to do though. I have not actually done it. First, this. No, that's fine. Yes, that's gonna be there. VHF. There. Okay, our squawk code for today is gonna be 0547. Let me just fuck it. I messed it up. 0547. Let's throw that in there. That's our squawk code. And then let's set that to. Then we'll change that later. Now we don't have a frequency, but I will of course be keeping an eye on our on our appropriate frequencies. Okay. Are we 1860 or 9820? Here, 9820. Oh yeah, that's right. I never corrected this on Simbrief. I changed it last minute. Okay, let's go ahead and set up this. It's gonna be 285. Speed. Let's put that up at. Although we're gonna try to use VNAV today. Yeah, we're gonna go maintain that, which is fine. You see, usually I'm going up to Boston with these flights. We're not gonna do that today. Okay. I think we're ready for pushback. Oh, actually, there's a few things we haven't done yet. Actually, we can close that now. Turn the lights. I think it's snap lights we're supposed to have on first. Yep, there. The anti-ice to auto. Flight door power on. Go with all the window heat now. Seat balance to auto. L pack, right pack. Let's put this on. Now it's gonna get a little loud. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff. You're not doing that. 205 knots. Auto-rect to RTO, rejected takeoff. And now you see why I love the. Now you see why I love the Dreamliner. Just go ahead and set that stab configuration. Just go ahead and set that stab. step dealt with. Now it is time to perform some pushback. And they don't actually have that much else beyond that. Okay. Beacon lights on. After pushback. And I don't need my start procedure anymore because no. Okay. Control. Shift P. Pushback. Okay. Perfect. I'm not interested in growth. Not really interested in growth. But almost no one. Watching this. I'm fine with almost no one watching this. It's not particularly thinking that right wrong. Let's go ahead and get the nose of this aircraft to this point here. And we'll turn by ourselves. Okay. Beacon lights to on. Set all these hydraulics now. Get all these fuel up. Left engine. Start. Time to wait for this to get to that point. Actually, let's see. Do we have a plane here? And left engine start. Right engine start. I'll introduce the fuel once that other number gets to 20. At which point in time we can absolutely disconnect the other point in time. Once these engines are both at 100%, we will be able to get rid of the APU. We'll turn the APU off. And our hydraulics just got dealt with. Perfect. Can we like get system plan? Perfect. Perfect. Destination. Cursor. Airplane. Okay. And when we can turn off the APU now. Yep. No ATC in the area. taxi lights on. Let's do our controls check. Which that really just consists of that's working. Elevator's working. It's working. Reverse thrust is working. Speed brakes are working. Okay. Okay. We are ready for a taxi. I think that they have this. Just get our taxiway information. We are going to be taxiing via Alpha Alpha Bravo. Charlie uniform 1. Victor. Okay, perfect. That's your taxiway information for today. We're going to be taxiing via Alpha Alpha Bravo Charlie. Uniform 1. Victor. Okay. I think now we can go ahead and begin our taxi. Just give it a tap. Just make sure I'm taxiing correctly. Taxi via Bravo now. Let's watch our engines. Taxiing exact. I'm trying to get better at landing. We're actually going to be trying out some tips I learned last night and early this morning when it comes to landing. So just using the localizer. actually don't believe it took me this. I can't believe it took me this long to really learn how to land an aircraft. Flight sim. Pretty short taxiway today. Once again departing via runway 28, which is fine. I think runway 28 was the primary. Oh, we got someone else who's taxiing. In that case, it's gonna have to be equipped. In that case, it's gonna be a quick departure. Unless they're landing. That is lined up with runway, and we are going to get okay. Let's do this. Bingo, bingo, bingo. They were heading to flaps. Let's go with flaps real quickly. Let's get those at 5. So the conditions are at. Everything is live, right? Okay. Check this. Let's get this down. Is it today? Oh, landing lights forgot to do. Forgot to capture those. Oh, fine. Text that off. We're gonna be using VNAV today. And hopefully it'll bring us all the way down. But no, it'll be fine. We've already got to our speed. We're at 10 over stuff. Perfect. Perfect! In case anyone is wondering what our flight plan is. This is our flight plan. Okay. Pick an retractor flap zone. Oh, 2000. Let's bring it over here. Let's bring Navigraph. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect departure. Can I get little nav map? We're not gonna use it now. We're gonna use. Let's see. Then I'm gonna pay attention to pay attention. Oh, nav map. Just going to VATSIM. It's gonna be a rather quick flight. We are about speaking up to let's go up to 220 knots. I don't want to stress the ATC out, and so usually what I'll do, usually what I do is I go like a maximum of 230 knots. Just because I don't really like see any purpose in trying to stress out the ATC. I find that it's a little easier for me if someone wants to go ahead, or if they want to have. I'm not in any kind of race to get to Atlanta or Boston or wherever I'm going. So I'll maintain a certain speed, and I'll be fine. You're currently en route to DGESS. Pass. I'm gonna, at the end of this, I'll look at the round actually. Just Connell. We got at least ETA about 2 hours. So, we got about a good 2 hour flight. And we're only gonna enter into any kind of ATC once we get to FLASK. At which point in time, I might actually. They're probably gonna end up giving me a new route. They're probably gonna end up giving me a new route to FLASK. Tower ground and ATC. Yeah, tower ground and ATC. Tower ground. Sorry, that's first. Oh, it's good. Change this to XBDNR. TCAS is not off. Actually, it is. It's not off. It's on XBDNR. Sorry, it's TCAS not off. It's not off. TCAS is not off. We got on. Who's on? Wires our speed. No flaps. We got no flaps. What's going on? These on? These are on. Oh, it's just really strong. Or starting to slowly creep back up there. Let's make sure the pilot is up. And now I just sort of sit back and relax. Yeah, our speed's going up. Oh. That would probably help. That would help. Didn't know the link gear was down that entire time. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, right. And so I gotta check this, guys. Let's go up. Drop 100 feet. Did not realize that the gear was down that entire time. Yeah, we're not gonna get into any kind of ATC until we actually exit our right raffle. Fix it. Which is still a few minutes. that's still a ways away. Yeah, we're just gonna. Let's get that up to 2-3 knots. We can go a little faster than we are. But yeah, definitely not going to go 250 or some of the other aircrafts do. Not always. Definitely don't like to go. No, I definitely don't like to speed an aircraft. I like because if you're speeding in an aircraft, then ATC has to react faster, right? Either if you're going slowly, or but either if you're stable at relatively speaking slow altitude, ATC they can maybe let someone else do an approach. Actually, that happened last night. They actually had me do a bit of a go around.
Kilo Oscar Kilo Victor, automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind 29er at 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,000 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 49er.
No.
Kilo Oscar Kilo Victor, automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind 29er at 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,000 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 49er. Kilo Oscar Kilo Victor, automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind 29er at 17. Visibility 10.
Actually,
Sky
let me go
condition,
ahead and get
few clouds at 2,000 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 49er.
Let me get into different.
Kilo Oscar Kilo Victor, automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind 29er at 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,000 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 49er. Kilo Oscar Kilo Victor, automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind 29er at 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,000 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 49er.
We got a while.
Kilo Oscar Kilo Victor, automated weather observation 0200 Zulu.
ATC.
Wind 29er at 17. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,000 feet, ceiling 4,200 feet overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point.
Not really. You don't use ATC here. Although I will tell you what. I think they're gonna give us this at Atlanta, however we are going to. Take a look here. Actually, we can look at the little nav map for this.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet Airbus Quebec Tango Romeo.
I gotta figure out how to turn it off. We can use that. Actually, let's go C2. No, the nav map.
Generic 49er Romeo, contact Washington Center on 133.9er.
110.
Good day.
110.0. Or 110.10.
133.9 generic 49er Romeo. Goodbye.
AT. I gotta figure out how to turn off that entirely. That we can just ignore. So I'm just looking at little nav map for our frequency for DGESS. It's looking like it's gonna be 110.10. I will absolutely be confirming that with ATC. 10.
Airbus Quebec Tango Romeo. Keep speed not above 280 knots.
And of course that's going to be 275.
Keep speed not above 280 knots. Airbus Quebec Tango Romeo.
Get that off right now. Hang on, that's
Cessna 215 climb and maintain 4,600 feet. Climb and maintain 4,600 feet, Cessna 215. Cessna 215 climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Climb and maintain 5,000 feet, Cessna 215. Airbus Quebec Tango Romeo, you are 200 feet above your assigned altitude.
let's go back to...
Descend and maintain 17,000 feet, altimeter 29.53.
This is very, very much annoying. I need to turn it off. I gotta turn that off.
Descend and maintain 17,000 feet, Airbus Quebec Tango Romeo.
I gotta turn that off without pressing escape, which is kind of...
Washington Center Airbus November 8618 Foxtrot is passing flight level tree
We're gonna
35,
go
descending flight level tree 30. Airbus November 8618 Foxtrot Washington Center radar contact. Continue to Sierra India Echo.
Now we're on inactive frequency, I think. Where are we at? Yeah, we still got a while. We still got a while. In the meantime, though, I'll find the extra one up here. Checking. TCAS. We're gonna try the water lane today. Which we're gonna have to pay attention to. Yeah. So the reason that I haven't flown like the A320, any of the Airbus planes on here on VATSIM yet, is because I actually am not good at them. I'm not actually great at the Airbus planes. I've only been able to successfully land one or two times, but there were times where I sucked. Rather the Dreamliner, which is what I'm using right now. Rather the Dreamliner, which is precisely what I'm using right now. what it's what I can land in. It's what I'm used to. It's what I know. I freaking love. Well, I'm actually kind of tired of the Dreamliner. I'm actually not. I'm actually kind of tired of the Dreamliner, but what am I gonna do about it? You know. I am actually kind of tired of the Dreamliner, though. Over the course of the next little bit, I'm actually going to be learning how to fly the 777, the Boeing 777, and many more of the Airbus planes. We got the A320, and I'm going to continue this on in flights in 2024. Right now we are. Oh, I should probably update the title. MSFS 2020. VATSIM KBWI to KATL or B7 index speaker 9020. Yeah, we're gonna. So right now, I'm just gonna stick with Flight Sim 2020. Well, maybe because I don't actually have access to 2024 yet. I should be getting access to that on Tuesday. My pre-order of the Limited Collector's Edition arrives with about $300 on that. But I mean, but even then, right? I think I might still just prefer to use Flight Sim 2020 because the way that 2024 works is it streams most of its data that it uses. So it streams. It actually streams most of the data that it uses, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So, personally, if it was up to me, I'd rather have to buy an extra terabyte SSD than have to do that, than have to stream data. Because sometimes your internet connection can be shady, especially if you use Comcast. Don't mean to rip on Comcast, but that's the truth. So, there's the truth about that. FedEx. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna deliver date Tuesday. I think by the end of the day. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, I'd rather have to buy like a 2 terabyte SSD than to be streaming most of your data because, especially if your ISP is a bit shady in your area, that is, especially if that's happening, then sometimes you just can't actually do it. So. We're not to Kirk. Let's Kirk. Well, I'll be getting into ATC territory here soon. I'm gonna take this quick step away from here. No, I still can. I'm just enjoying the flight right now. Okay. Here we are. We are at there's no ground to teams, although we are very rapidly approaching that. And then we will. No! Maybe that some ATC went offline. 6 hours Friday. Should be weird. I just gotta restart Navigraph. So we can click on that. So disappointing. That's the case. It is. You want it, Boston? No one's on it, Boston. Yeah, Twitch not very good for VATSIM, unfortunately. So no one on it at Atlanta. Because if no one's on Atlanta, I just like this today. Telegram and ATC. No one. If that is the case, then we're going to change something. If that is the case, then we are going to change something. Sort of relying on ATC to be there. Actually, if that's the case, we're going to leave the VATSIM network and we're just going to continue on this flight. Try to land it, right? No! Let's see, we are not to FLASK. 53. Pilot. Yeah, damn. That's gonna suck. We are gonna enter just to make you see it. We're gonna change it. We're gonna change it. Yeah, no, any route, any chance we ought to be able to get to. So any chance we can get to Jacksonville? KBWI. Okay, we're gonna try something. We're gonna try something. Who's online? Once we get to SLOJO. Who's online here? Let's see. Let me take a look here. Sorry, FLASK. I'm in the right on a 30 center. Oh. Just trying to figure this out. So, Atlanta went offline. Atlanta went offline, which is annoying. Simple. Atlanta went offline. Actually, we might be fine. There is the there's the GSP. There's a number of people. We might be fine actually. We're gonna see. We might be fine. I'm hoping that we can get some ATC online. We are very much. there's still no ATC online anywhere. And so what I'm actually considering doing now is I think I'm actually going to consider taking off all ATC and just trying to land the plane at Atlanta safely. I think that's what I actually think that's what I'm going to do. We're gonna have 2 waypoints at ATC, and just in the time that we've crossed FLASK. Just in the time since we've crossed FLASK, just in the time that we've crossed FLASK, we have completely decimated it. Or we've gone the distance which will be covered by ATC. And that's assuming that ATC even reaches out to us. And so I think we're gonna skip out on ATC today. We're gonna skip out on ATC. We're skipping out on ATC today, I think. We're gonna actually I'm gonna amend the title now. No VATSIM. Online. Plane. Normal. Flight. KBWI. Speaker. Yeah. No, that's nice. I'm playing. Normal flight. Okay. To do this. Okay, we're gonna disconnect. We're canceling. We're not done. We're not. Yeah, so we're just gonna, so our agenda today is gonna change. Our agenda today is changing. We're no longer. So our agenda today just changed. Make sure some brief. It actually has this disconnected. And that is because it does. So let's get it does. Okay, good. Now I'm just gonna sit back and relax here while we're gonna meet everyone. Let's see. We pull up Navigraph. This would not be Navigraph. This still has stuff that's way out of date. So it's probably gonna pick us up in a moment. Okay. So okay. So I think I'm gonna get to SLOJO. We're gonna once we get SLOJO. Actually, let's take a look at some of these trucks because it's the Aussie 1 DGESS. Oh, this is the IR. This is the IRF. So that's the VNav. Wait. So by this point in time, I think we want to be at 9,000 feet. Sorry, expected to cross. So at Aussie, 14,000 feet. At Aussie. Then let's take a look. At Aussie. So at Zelo, we gotta be at 5,000 feet by here. And then let me take a picture. So by DGESS, we're going to be at DGESS, we want to be at, sorry, by Aussie we got to be at 15,000 feet, and then by Zillow we got to be at 5,000 feet. And this gives us everything we need to know. Actually, I think it's going to be pretty steep descent. We will be fine though. I don't think I can get me though. Just so we can actually have things practice. One thing I'm gonna do though, so we do actually get this practice. Departure arrival. I want it for the see, this is where we have an issue. This is where we got a nasty thing going on. We need this information so the plane can actually navigate the site. I'm not going to try to navigate the plane without this, but okay. In that case, let's develop a plan. Back to Navigraph. In that case, let's develop a plan. Once we get to DGESS. Once we get to DGESS, we are... Once we get to DGESS, or once we exit the actual route, then we take vehicle control. Or, then we turn off. Then we turn off. Pretty fun. Okay. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna shut up while the rest of the flight goes on. Can I actually do that thing? What's the old nav map looking like? I don't know. Yeah. gonna shut up for a moment. I'm gonna do something real quickly. And yeah. Okay, so while this is going, actually, while we're let's go. We're gonna go into set up a few things. Okay, so, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna put something in chat, and we're gonna see if it works. Let's take a look here. And it does. Okay, so that was pretty easy. That's pretty easy. Let's take a look here. We will need to begin our descent soon. Okay. But anyway, and when we begin our descent, actually, let me explain to you what we are going to do. Okay, let's go. Let's hop into Navigraph. Okay. So, notice a few things. The first thing you notice, we have these charts in. Okay. So we're gonna begin the descent at DGESS, which is gonna be right here. Okay. We are going to descend from our cruising altitude, flight level 270, and we're gonna descend. So we are at or below 14,000 feet here. Okay. And then when we get to the ILS. Okay, when we get to the ILS, 26, we're gonna 26 right. Going to go after 26 right. When we get to the ILS, so once we're here in the thing, so this is Aussie here. Okay, we need to cross Aussie at 14,000 feet. Now that'll be fine for us because we'll have plenty of time to get down. In fact, if we want to, we can begin descent sooner. We're not gonna do it. Okay, but from here we need in this entire area. Here we need to be. It's gonna be a slow descent down to 0. Then we're going into. Let's take a look at the ILS. Okay. And then from here, this is very important. From here at Zello. Okay. From here at Zello. 5,000 feet. At Zello, we gotta be at 5,000 feet. Or at least here. Okay. And we're gonna be following. I believe that's gonna be a 3 degrees. So here's the actual final approach. Okay. By here, we're gonna scratch this 2,700 by a J. By a J, we're gonna scratch this 2,700 feet. We are going to maintain. By here, we are going to be at or below 2,500. Okay. And at this point in time, this is a 3 degree. I believe this is a 3 degree. Yes. That is a 3 degree glide slope. That'll be a 3 degree glide slope. So, now let me explain to everyone what we are going to do in terms of the sim. In terms of the sim, theoretically, we could just use VNav. We're not, though. We're not going to use VNav. Because I want to get used to this myself. Okay, we're not going to be using VNav. Notice we have not really used VNav this entire flight. And that's fine. About 3 to 4 minutes before we about 10 minutes before we have to begin our descent. So let's go over a few things. So we're gonna begin our descent at DGESS, okay? And then at Posley, we're going to come over here. At Posley, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna turn this on. We're gonna hit this. We're gonna turn it on. Okay. Notice I've already put in the ILS-GLS transponder signal signal, and I got that. Yeah, let's go see two. Here, let's go see two. I got that through little nav map. Okay, at ATL 26 rate. Runway 26 rate. It gives us this information right here. 110.10. Okay, that is going to be the frequency for, and that's going to help out the plane. Okay. Back to flight sim. Also, at this point, if we are at that point, we are going to turn on the localizer, and we're going to turn on the approach mode. Okay. What that's going to do is that's going to help us out. That's going to give us some diamonds here, and it's going to help us get perfectly in line with the runway. Okay. We're going to aim for an auto land. Because the auto land will be fine. But as of last night's stream, whether we know. We might have some issues. We gotta be careful. Actually, this wasn't last... Was it last night's stream? Could have been this morning. You gotta be careful, though. So... By the way, I'm just looking here on my other computer to see if the ATC is on. No ATC is on. I'm gonna quickly change the thing. ATC. Normal flight. I'm gonna change the stream name. Normal flight. Normal flight. KBWI to KATL. B78X. Speedbird 920. Okay. We got another few moments. During these few moments. I'm gonna update the Twitch. Oh, I know what to do here for our banner. I know what to do for our banner. Oh, I know what to do for our banners. Actually, I know what to do. I might hire someone to do this. Might hire someone to do this. Actually, what I am gonna do though is I am actually gonna upload. Just load it down. Yeah, if you're gonna come follow me on YouTube, using that link I just threw in. I'm gonna put you on that. And I'm actually going to upload some of the streams. Videos, let's see. Chapters, nope. This was 23, 21, then this was, how long was these? Oh, this is oh, this was experimenting around with a bunch of aircrafts. With the fly-by-wire aircrafts. Okay. I'm gonna upload. Yeah, we can go into this. I'm gonna upload this stream and this stream to YouTube now while we are waiting, and then we're going to hop on flight sim. Let me take a look here. Wait, let's go back to flight sim. I need to keep an eye on this. Actually, no, that's time to do that. Okay. So we're going to put in 14. We're going to put in 14,000. put in 14,000, and we are going to have our altitude go down by about 700. Let's go 700 feet per minute. And then in terms of our speed, let's go down to, let's slow down. So it's going to be a very, very gentle thing. In the meantime, though, let's configure the plane. In the meantime, let's hop into SimBrief. By the way, the add-on isn't free. For SimBrief, the add-on isn't free, but the other stuff is tools. But the tool is just that you have to go through the web UI, which is fine for us. But if you're paying for Navigraph anyway, go throw on the thing. Landing performance, let's populate from last flight. Okay, it's gonna tell us flaps 30. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Sufficient runway. Yes, there's sufficient runway. Not surprised if we can land this plane at Boston or at Logan. You're fine. We did that last night or this morning successfully. Okay. Let's see here. So this actually gives us a few bits of information that we need. The first bit of information that it gives us that we need is going to be our flaps configuration. That's going to be our flaps configuration. Okay. Departure. Okay. 30 degrees of flaps. Should I just screw it with that? Navigraph speed. Throw in 30 degrees, and then that rear F 139 or 154. Okay. If I slip on landing graph, that'll be fine. Okay. So, let this be fine. How are we doing with our descent? We will be there with more than enough. We are going to be there. We are going to be at 14,000 feet with more than enough time. Okay, the other bit of information this gives us is the auto brake setting. So auto brake. Is there another page of this? No, there's not. Interesting. Okay. That'll be fine. That will be fine. Okay. That gives us that. And so the other thing we need to note, if we hop into Navigraph, by Zello. Oh, this reminds me of another thing I need to check. I need to make sure this is not going to have us turn around. I don't think it will. Haynes and Zello. Haynes. I'm sure that it doesn't decide to do anything funky. So we gotta get back to VATSIM. It's setting up the FMC. Let's see. Legs. Haynes. Perfect. Although, really at Haynes, we're gonna not even though at Zillow we're not really gonna do that. It'll be fun though. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, hey, I'm probably gonna butcher your name. Is that dummy? No, I don't actually use Discord. I'm sorry, I don't actually use Discord. Sorry, I don't. I just don't use Discord. I can't. Actually, I have used it in the past. But you haven't. I don't use it anymore. It's been like a year and a half since I last used it. Okay. I am though. Okay. Benny. Pronounce. By Ozzy. And I think now is actually a good time for flaps. To begin to reserve flaps. Let's see, interior flaps. In case you know, the flaps are. So there's a little thing here on the winglet. There's a little thing here on the wing. Actually. Live weather. I can't see it. Anyway, there's a little thing here on the wing. That basically it goes in, it's like right here, and it goes like this, and that's called your flaps. And what that gives you is lift. Actually, I might go back to it. It gives you lift though, which is crucial at lower speeds, such as when you're coming in for landing. 20 knots. Now let's get top wing. Go down. Let's get our flaps up. We're doing full flaps today. 15 degrees of flaps. And we're not going to go, we're not actually going to do any more flaps than that right now. I completely saw that wrong. We'll be fine maintaining this vertical descent. Let me just get my thing. Just take a look at Navigraph again. Okay. At wing, so we need to cross Aussie at 14,000 feet. We need to be at least at 14,000 feet, if not lower. And then by Kalia, we need to be at 9,000 feet. By Posey, 8,000. We're gonna, okay. Scratch all that. Scratch all this. We need to cross Aussie at 14,000 feet, if not lower. You cross it there. Let's get the ILS chart though. That's really that. At Zillow though, we need this. At Zillow, we need to be at 5,000 feet. So in this space here, we gotta go down we gotta descend about 3,000 feet. 4,000 feet. That'll be fine. And this here's the actual approach. Once again, at Zelo, we throw on the localizer, and we throw on approach mode. And then we adventure. This is where we land, and then we hopefully have a quick taxiway off. Pretty quick. I think hopefully we can be out by Bravo 5. Hopefully we can be off the runway by Bravo 5. But if this doesn't work out, remember, we can initiate. If I find that we're going to be a little off, that's fine, because we can initiate a go around. And a go around will look exactly like this. Go around. Then we go back. Get back here. We ascend. So let's get back to flight. Go down. We're already at Aussie. We can decrease our speed. We can decrease our speed massively, actually. Okay. Decrease our speed massively. Calling it. I'm actually gonna get this up on my secondary computer. I have multiple computers. 14,000 feet. Well, we'll be fine. We'll meet that in a pretty spectacular way. By Haynes, we need to be at 5,000 though. And that'll be fine. That will be fine. That will be fine. Actually, no. We gotta... No. Sorry, by Zillow, we gotta be at 5,000. That'll be fine though. Okay. I'm going to put this in for 9,000 now. Because at Kalia, that's where we need to be in. And that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Let's throw the landing lights on now. Just so you know, it's a pretty good time to do that. 15 degrees of flaps is fine. 15 degrees of flaps is fine. Maybe I'm with 15 degrees of flaps right now. So, we can go. Once we get to 20 degrees of flaps, then we have that's when we lower the gear when we're not equipped. At Kalia, though, we will do. Sorry, at Posley, which we have to be at 8,000. Sorry. I wish there was a way that we could do both. I wish there was a way I could do both. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Still similar by Zillow 5,000. Yeah, by Zillow 5,000. 268. We are now. By 268. Correct. Yes, we are. At Zillow, we gotta be at 5,000 feet. That's fine. And we actually maintain that to Haynes, although we're not actually going to. And here, and you can see here, we're gonna reach the altitude of roughly 9,000 feet at this green line, roughly. Perfect. Just in line for Kalia. Then from Kalia we got Kala at 9,000. From Kala at 9,000, we go down to Posley at 8,000. Actually, we're not gonna go by that. We're just gonna head straight down to 5,000. There's no way that I can get from Posley at 8,000 down to Zello by 5. We're not doing that. So, if you're joining us, although I don't think anyone is, I'm looking at the Navigraph charts. Looking at this chart in particular on my secondary computer. I have this exact same flight plan in. We are descending right now. We're roughly about here. By Kala, we are going to be at 9,000 feet. Then I'm going to aim for about 6,000 here. And then by Zillow, we absolutely have to be at 5,000. Otherwise, I am going to have no choice but to... by Haynes, we have to be at... By Haynes, we have to be at 5,000. By Haynes, we have to be at 5,000. If not, I am going to be initiating the go around. And we're essentially there. Kala, now my question is, can we see runway yet? Not really. I mean, it's all for distance, but it's still a little further. It's fine though. We're gonna at Posley. There's no one not to call you. We're gonna get down to roughly 5,000. Also, by Zello, just to verify, Zello is looking for a trip. Sort of. By a J, we need to have all flaps. All flaps need to be started by a J. We're fine with that. Supposedly 8,000. Definitely gonna be crossing Posley. Oh, holy shit, actually. So much for being gentle. So we're crossing 8,000 now, which means we've met their requirement for Posley. Zero to think of flaps. Flaps 17 flaps. We can now begin our turn on the lookalike.
Tower Cessna November 06528 is 1 mile southwest, 1,300 feet with Kilo to land. Cessna November 06528 Tower. Altimeter 29.908,
We don't
wind
need the ATC.
286
I should probably turn it
Fly
off a while
left,
ago.
downwind runway 25.
Localize. stabilizers.
Enter left traffic runway 25, Cessna 528.
Do we have the... We do. Still a little on the high side.
Cessna 528, wind 282 at 7. Clear to land runway 25.
Can't do approach mode yet. We're not actually quite in the approach yet.
Clear to land runway 25, Cessna 528.
$2,500. You can slow down our cars. Let's throw that on now. I'm gonna throw that on now. Just sending it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Stressed. Slow down. 165. Down 165. We're going to be turning around. Full 30 degrees of flaps by the and now it's entered into that, which is perfect.
Cessna 528, turn next taxiway.
Okay, so you notice though. Okay. Now it has this mostly aligned.
2,500.
Now we can go ahead and go into approach mode. And now the aircraft
Cessna 528, contact
gonna-
ground on 121.8.
Fine. Is this gonna move down?
121.8, Cessna 528. Goodbye.
Full flaps.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing here.
Okay. And now what it's doing is it's actually like actively trying to communicate with the runway in front of us. We're landing on that runway, by the way. Yeah. Now what it's actively trying to do now is it's actively that frequency it punched in a little earlier. It's communicating with the PAPIs and it's communicating with a bunch of sensors on the ground. I will say though, we're not in the approach yet though. Once we get to be able to do that, we will be. Flaps. Still shows this has a little low, but that'll change. Gotta be to grab the thing at any point in time. It's just down now. That'll be fine. I'm gonna hope for the auto land feature. It'll say flare. Once you get to Bamboo, though, then this will start moving. So, but yeah, it's actively trying to keep us aligned. So, just be on that. See everything. For taxi lights on. Make sure speed brakes are armed. See the speed brakes armed. And now notice this should hopefully begin to go down. In a moment. So, hopefully. So it still actually has us a little low. That's fine. So it's gonna try to get us perfectly in line with the runway. Hopefully we should see it in a moment. Begin to go down. On localizer can do your job. By a J 2700. J 2700. Oh, why is that? So it has this little on the left side. There we go. Do you see that? Now that's going to start to go down. It's going to start to go down a bit. Now that's the aircraft taking control. That's the aircraft taking control now. Roll out. Flare. And so now it's what my job is to do is to make sure that it doesn't try to do anything funky. Landing 3.
1,000.
My job is to make sure it actually stays on time.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright, and I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that landing. It's pretty good. Just gonna taxi off the runway. Gonna work. Okay, what's going on here? Where the flight director's off. Is this gonna work? Are the rudder controls working? They're not. That's interesting. That is quite interesting. How the rudder pedals are not actually working. Deal with all that. I find that actually wait. Fascinating. How my rudder pedals actually are not working. It's actually a little concerning. This thing's broken, I'm gonna have to return it. So I don't know if you can hear that. Dude, that autopilot is. There we go. Autopilot disengaged. Alright, so I'll take that. I'll take that landing. Let's taxi to a gate. I don't know which gate we're gonna go to. We're just gonna taxi to a gate. But yeah, I'll take that landing. It was granted it was not the smoothest landing. It was not butter smooth. It was safe. It was landing. Let's get the taxiway information up. You can see it. I want to use the auto land a few times. Or a few. But yeah, the auto brake did a pretty good job. TL. Take a look. H. Z. Okay. Yeah, we use that most of that runway. But yeah, we were able to get off at taxiway Bravo 3. Now we're just going to taxi via Bravo. We're going to taxi via Bravo, Victor, and then we're going to find a gate at, and then we'll go, Frank, You know, we're gonna aim for gate C22. So Frank and then 3. And 3 at least. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll take that. I'll very much take that, Nanu. Was it? It was not butter smooth, but it was smoother than some of the other landings. We were still on the runway, and we slowed down in time without having to initiate any kind of go around maneuver. That's going to by a Victor. By a Victor, then. Sorry. Divert my attention. So we don't have to cross the runway. And this is what they actually use to send their aircraft either off the runway or onto.
Tower Cessna November 9er Tree 479er is 1 miles west, 1,200 feet with kilo to land. Cessna November 9er Tree 479er Tower. Altimeter tree 0.01, wind 280 at 7. Enter left traffic runway 25. Cessna 479er wind 280 at 7. Clear to land runway 25.
Just guess that. It's a pretty ugly taxi. Okay.
Cessna 479er, acknowledge last transmission.
No, I gotta buy a better. I gotta buy a better airport for this. This is Atlanta. Doesn't look great.
Cessna 479er, please acknowledge.
Actually, I need to do the same thing for Baltimore, because Baltimore's another airport that I use consistently on a consistent basis. I said.
Cessna 479er, acknowledge last transmission.
Actually, hold it short right here. And I'm gonna do that. Cut my landing lights on. And turn off the landing lights. Don't need them on while we're taxiing.
Cessna 479er ATC services terminated. Good day.
We're gonna. That's what we're gonna enter. Okay. We're gonna go after C 15, which means we're gonna tramp for. We're gonna gate Charlie 17. We've landed here at Atlanta. Just keep an eye on these. That's 1, 2. Just trying to keep an eye on that. Is this F4? No. This does not give me any gate information. Does it now? We're going after. We're going after gate C15. C15 or C. That's Charlie 17. That's one. non-issue. No. That's a non-issue. In that case, we're gonna park. We're gonna park. Now, usually you'd have now in the real world, you'd actually have a guy who goes out there. And I think that's even in the new sim. Although I don't know, to be honest. I don't know for certain, because I haven't actually had a chance to get to the new sim yet. That don't work. Number. Anyway, usually in the real world, you'd actually have a guy out there. He'll wave his wand. It's called marshalling the aircraft. But we don't actually have that luxury today. Machines. We are relying on what I know about the aircraft. I'm gonna try to do this from the cockpit. And it missed it. No, or no. Capture one of these kids over here. That'd be a little bit easier to get to. That'll be a little bit easier to park at. Better, I think a little bit bigger. Oh yeah. Definitely a right decision. This big heavy plane. Anyway, once again, you usually have a guy out there waving around a bunch of wands. And they tell you where to stop. Pretty good. Uncomfortably close here. But that's fine. It's fine that we don't. And I'll call that good. And now I'm gonna go over my shutdown procedure to prepare the aircraft for the next person. Let's say we were holding passengers. Before we do anything, we do things. But anyway, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the APU. And the reason we're gonna do that is because these engines are not. We're gonna turn off the engines in a few moments. And you know, actually, let's contact ground. Let's go ahead and contact ground. Let's go ahead. Let's contact ground. Let's get the jetway connection.
Atlanta ground BAW79er. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
BAW79er, the jetway is going to be connected.
The engines are still on, I believe. Yes, they are. But the
Atlanta ground Airbus November 76258 requesting the end of pushback.
But anyway, the APU is off.
Airbus November 76258 request to end
The
pushback
APU is off now, which means that we can go ahead and begin. Turn off the engines.
Atlantic ground Airbus November 76258
Make sure everything
with
is
kilo ready
cleared.
to taxi IFR.
Make sure parking
Airbus
brake is
November
up.
76258 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 26 left using taxiway Delta Echo.
Alright, now in terms of the flight
Contact
director,
tower
I
on
set it as the
decimal
following.
tree when ready.
IES speed, set speed 200 knots. Heading 360.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 left using taxiway Delta Echo Airbus 258.
Heading altitude 10,000 feet. Vertical speed 0, 0. Oh, nav off. Auto throttle off. Sure, everything else is off. Flight director's off. Okay. Can press that. Okay. Now I think that this actually already. And it ref. Yes. So the FMC already fix everything. There's no more lags. We're gonna clear everything out of here. We're gonna turn that to off. We're gonna set that as 0, 0. Actually, we're fine. We're gonna set this to squawk 1200. Then we're gonna set that to VHF. We're gonna make sure all these are on at that VHF. Transponder to standby. What's our stab looking like? Set our stab to. We're gonna set our stab all the way down here. Set the stab all the way down here. So it's roughly in the center at 8.75. That's accurate. Okay. We can now turn off all the fuel pumps. Once again, all the passengers are already boarded. With the packets to off, let's turn off the hydraulics. And this stuff we should have done a little earlier, actually. The anti-ice to auto. We're gonna turn off everything but the nav lights. We'll turn those off last. Taxi lights, strobe lights to off. Let's turn off everything there. The IRS. Let's turn that to off. Emergency lights now. In the railroad, I don't actually know how they do it. How they do it. In the railroad, I don't actually know how they decide to do the emergency lights. Although here, I like to switch them off. Flight deck door power to off. Now at this point in time, we're gonna get some. At this point in time, we're gonna get some external power. Just so we can turn off the APU. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Delete that. That'll do that. We're gonna set this to CDU. Pack closer, right. Turn this off. Seatbelts to off, which is insane. And actually, just like that, I think everything we did. We should see this all good. This is all accurate. We're gonna do the job. So the next guys, we're going to press B a bunch of times, which will calibrate this guy. Actually, let me just show you that in action. I'm gonna press B now. It's gonna correct the altitude. It's calibrating. TCAS off. Okay. And actually, just like that, everything is done now. Just like that, everything is done now. So, alright, I hope everyone you tuned in today enjoyed the stream. We've been live for nearly 3 hours, so it was a pretty good flight. Aside from when an ATC decided to hop offline entirely. And just checking now, no ATC is still not online. They're still, and since then they've actually reduced their range. There's someone online at KJAX. There's Boston's online. Boston, there's ATC is online at Boston now. No one else. I don't know. There's Baltimore is online at Central, at Boston Center. Anyway, I'm not. We decided to turn everything on. Last thing we need to. I think that's it. Last thing we need to do is we need to menu this. I actually copy FMC data, and it should all. Maybe it'll clear. Maybe it'll all clear away. Anyway, look at that. I'm not actually the biggest fan of this tablet here. This tablet here is pretty useless. Get a menu. I mean, it's useless. This one, there's things that needs to improve in the new sim. So, all right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna upload. So I've been privately recording all these streams. And I'm going to be uploading them to YouTube, and I think the next time we go live, we're going to be, we're going to go live on YouTube instead of Twitch. Hopefully then, though, the page be a little bit more built out. Hopefully then, my page that I just quickly made will be a little bit more built out. Then of course I think I'll throw up that landing in the short. Yeah, I think I'll throw up. So, I think I don't think we're gonna go stream tomorrow night. Although if we do, it's going to be important. Or if we do a stream tomorrow night, I think we're gonna be trying to fly that. We're going to do a bit more investigating into the fly-by-wire planes. So I bought the startup procedure, so I'm jumping back into those. So, alright. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I think we will call it for the night. Good night.